Hello, this is Mr. Malay, and here is your World War II video review. This is going to be the longest test we take this year. I'm giving you the video review way early so that you'll have time to be ready. Some terms you will need to know: Manhattan Project, Enola Gay, Benito Mussolini, militarization, Versailles, Blitzkrieg, Allies, Axis, Hideki Tojo, Robert Oppenheimer. Executive Order 9066, that's the one that did the internment camps. Pacifists, Winston Churchill, Joseph Stalin, VE Day, VJ Day, Truman, FDR, rationing, Hirohito. You will also need to know what was the Panay incident, Anschluss, Sudetenland, Munich Conference, Luftwaffe, Lebensraum, cash and carry, Executive Order 8802. That executive order stopped racial segregation in federal agencies. Operation Torch, Operation Overlord. Other things you need to be able to tell me. You need to tell me, what country did Germany sign a non-aggression pact with? You need to know that Hitler was actually born in Austria. You need to know what country Germany invaded to actually start World War II. You need to know what a fascist country is and the fact that Italy was one. You know what a blitzkrieg is, a U-boat. You need to know what World War II African Americans did during the war. You need to know what fascism is. You need to know what communism is. You need to know what the Nye Committee did. You need to know what the Neutrality Acts prohibited. You need to know what the four freedoms that FDR gave in his famous Four Freedoms speech. You need to know why the United States was ready to give up the Philippines before World War II started. Now on for the short answer questions. You need to know how Hitler broke the Treaty of Versailles. You can talk about a bunch of things. You can talk about rearming the Rhineland. You could talk about Anschluss with Austria. You could talk about the Sudetenland. You could talk about rearming Germany. There's a bunch of things. You need to tell me the things that were rationed during World War II, at least one food and at least one non-food. All right? I asked for more than that, but you have to tell me one of each. You need to know about the internment camps, who was assigned to them, how were they treated. You need to know what the Battle of Okinawa was, and you don't have to tell me a lot about it, but you need to be able to tell me why it led to our decision to drop the atom bomb. You need to know the two cities that we dropped atom bombs on. Spelling is not important. You need to know what the Yalta Conference decided about Germany. You need to know about World War II propaganda, what its purpose was, how it was used, what things it did to try to convince, what it did to try to convince people of, all those things. You need to know how the role of women changed. You know, we talked about them joining the armed forces. The waves, the WACs, that's WAC, WAVE, and how they helped with the armed forces, and also how they helped at home. So make sure you can talk about that. You need to be able to tell me about appeasement. One reason why it was good and one reason why it was bad. Be able to tell me the countries, the three main countries in the Axis, the four main countries in the Allies. Be able to tell me about the fatal blunders that Hitler made. Why, the invasion of the USSR before they'd beaten England, and also declaring war on the United States when he didn't have to. Make sure that you know about the court case of Korematsu v. United States. Be able to describe the rape of Nanking. Be able to tell me about the Spanish Civil War and how it set the stage for World War II. Be able to tell me what America did so that Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. And you need to be able to tell me the date that Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. December 7th, 1941. All right? December 7th, 1941. A day that will live in infamy as we talked about it. All right? If you study all of these things, you will do just fine on the quiz this next week sometime.